Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I had something else in mind, but then I was doing that thing where I was scrolling through my YouTube recommended and clips of celebs go dating kept coming up. But in particular Jack Fincham on Celebs Go Dating, I believe season 7 kept coming up. So I watched a few of them and I think we can dive into a few of them today. Because I didn't watch Love Island because I'm better than that. I value myself more than watching a show like Love Island. But I do know that he won with Danny Dyer's daughter, and was marketed as, or edited as a nice guy on it. And one of the comments that I saw repeated throughout these comment sections on these videos that I'm talking about in particular is the observation that this seems to be the real Jack Fincham, that he's quite nasty or the fame's gone to his head or whatever. And I just think it's quite interesting. I did see a comment that said, obviously Love Island, they have 24 hours of footage to go through per day and they can edit people how they like. And this comment said this, I'm not saying this, but this person said that they think Jack was marketed as the nice guy because he wasn't as conventionally attractive as the other guys, and the show is all about hot people standing around in little to no clothes. Their point was it would make sense that he was edited to look a certain way or behave in a certain way for the show, and that they wouldn't really need to do something like that on Celebs Go Dating, because the difference between like Love Island and Celebs Go Dating is on Love Island you are coupling up with someone else to compete to win a prize of £50,000. Celebs Go Dating is just about celebrities finding proletariats to bang. Like a weird social experiment of, let's shag one of the paupers and see if we get leprosy. So there's no actual competition or prize on Celebs Go Dating. They all go for a big vacation at the end with their dates, but that happens regardless, and some of them even take 2 dates on. So it would be a bit counterproductive if you're behaving like an arsehole on a show where you're trying to get dates. So logically it follows that if he's being an arsehole on Celebs Go Dating, he's probably a bit of an arsehole in real life. They've probably not edited it that much. I don't work for ITV yet. Wait, no. Shit, Celebs Go Dating is on Channel 4. I don't work for Channel 4 yet. Probably never will because that slip up. But that just makes sense to me. So we're going to make fun of him a little bit, and it's okay because he is acting like a little bit of an arsehole in these clips. I actually Googled him before I did this video because I like to just make sure it's all fair game, I'm not being too much of an arsehole. And he did have a child, like, I don't know, earlier this year or something. So maybe he has grown up a bit. Some people tend to do that when they pop out a kid, don't they?
I see a salt like through the window. Oh, she's not looking now. Cahonie caught my eye straight away. I thought she was a salt, so I'm gonna give her some Jack Charles charm. Even though my key doesn't fit a lot, Cahonie, is it Coney? She's a salt. I like her.
Seeing a salt light. Why does everyone in Essex say that? Because Joey Essex says things like that. I was talking about this with one of my mates the other day, that I've only ever heard Essexers say salt, but then when I lived in my hometown in Southwest, not near Essex, some boy said, "You've turned into a proper salt since you've left school." They were my age, so it wasn't like a nonce or anything. Like, yeah, but as soon as you turned 16, you turned into a right sort. No, we were the same age bracket. But it's weird because I never heard people in my town kind of sound a little bit like they're from Essex, and no, anyway.
I thought Scotland was at the top, and then...
Yeah, it's like Scotland's up here.
Did you do that in Scotland?
Here.
Did you do Scotland?
No!
Near to Scotland?
No! That's
Oh, you're
north.
south. Oh, sorry.
South.
Is that an act he's putting on? That whole pretending to be dumb Joey Essex type thing? Because the thing about Joey Essex, right, the thing about my boy Joey Essex is it works well on him because he seems quite sweet. Dim, but good intentions, maybe. Not like this geezer.
Well, fucking hell, we're not opposite ends anymore.
Moron, Jack, what are you doing?
I said moron, sorry, it slipped out.
Rude.
It was rude, sorry. What am I doing? I mean, I'm trying to flirt with her and I've called her a moron. Who does that? This is obviously why I need the agency.
Quite interesting how that just slips out though. You're on a first date with someone, usually you'd be putting your best face forward because you want to impress them. So it easily slipped out, you fucking moron, you fucking dinlo, what's your IQ, single digits? Interesting, isn't it? Right, and I'm not exactly the best at geography. I may have once thought that Budapest was in Thailand. I might have been 21 when I thought that. And I might have once thought, as a child, in my defence, that America must be near France because of Disneyland. That's just sweet. That's not stupid. I was a kid. That's just sweet. And I might have once driven my geography teacher mad by holding up the lesson for a few minutes to elaborately explain this thought experiment I had. You got the Earth's core, the Earth, thin layer, let's say an inch, the crust, right? Core, well hot. But, understatement. But, say you had, imagine me explaining this for about 5 minutes, you might see why my geography teacher shouted at me and told me to get out of the classroom. To be fair, we all did love winding her up, but this was a genuine question. I might have been 15. You got the Earth, core's here, right? Land here, land here. If you dug a tunnel through this, through all the magma, a tunnel all the way to the bottom. So there's just a tunnel from this land to this land. And you've missed the core and you've missed all the lava. You know, like, got some good metal to protect you from being melted. If you dug a tunnel and you jumped through that tunnel, would you fall out into space the other side? Because the... Yeah. I might have said these dumb things in regards to geography before, but at least I always knew where Devon and Scotland were.
No, I love kids. I love kids.
Has he mentioned he loves kids?
Yeah, so like, yeah, I understand it, but I do like kids, yeah. I'm a bit shook. Kaoni's just said she's a mum. Weren't really expecting that on a first date. I mean, I'm not really ready to be a stepdad.
I'm a bit shook. Who says that? Who says that in real life? Who isn't a, sorry to stereotype, teenage girl? Shook. Are you shooketh, Jack Fincham? Love Island's Jack Fincham's date walks out on him. Question mark, exclamation mark.
Right, if I'm going to show Chloe the real Jack, I'm going to have to let her know how she gave me the ump the other night.
When you sat down, you said a couple of things. You mentioned, obviously, like the shows on before, and you went, oh, you know, when I see you before, I thought you'd be the perfect boyfriend and stuff. But like, you can't go into something with a pre-judgment of someone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but did you think it was a dig?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, kind of, yeah. I just thought, oh.
Did you want her to say instead you look like a bit of a muppet? She might in a minute.
No one is perfect, do you know what I mean?
What's that expression? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Maybe just take the compliment. She said that she thought you could have been the perfect boyfriend. Oh, but no one's perfect, innit? Look, don't try and create problems for the sake of it.
But I don't think that's a dig, though.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't kiss each other, I don't think.
Oh, Jack, what have you done?
Mate, do you know what? Yeah, I was hearing you sort of cracking up, and I'm thinking, what the fuck am I on, like?
Really? She's not having that?
Doesn't really laugh.
She's serious.
She's quite serious.
Yeah, people tend to be when you tell them you regret kissing them.
It's maybe because you're just having a go at her the whole time. It's not really like a good environment for laughter, is it?
He wants someone to blow you away, but then do we live in fucking Disneyland?
Wow.
We don't, do we?
I would love to live in Disneyland, actually.
Which Disneyland is that, though? Disneyland Paris? That's in America, or...?
You all right, crew?
All right, hey.
How's it going?
Yeah. I'm gonna leave, so I'll see you later. Bye.
Proper pard off. Imagine a non-celeb goes onto a show like this because, let's face it, the people that go onto this show do just want to be on TV. But she's choosing to walk away from being on TV and a possible vacation with other celebrities because you were acting so grumpy and foul. Imagine that. Because sometimes when celebs go dating, the celebrities will act like so obnoxious and awful, and then the non-celebrities at the end, when they're asked, like, how do you think the date went, will be like, yeah, I think it went really well and I'd like to see them again. Bollocks, you just want to be on TV.
That went well, didn't it?
I decided to leave the date today because we weren't getting nowhere. Jack has wasted my time a bit today. I've wasted time getting ready, doing all my hair and makeup. It's not cheap, you know.
No, it takes long to do makeup. It took me about an hour to mess around doing this, and I'm not on TV. This is the video that I found quite nasty and prompted me to make this video. Love Island's Jack Fincham sets his date up with a waiter.
Oh, so you lived in it? You lived there? For a while?
Yeah, for like 10 years.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, let's speak and you'll find out.
But yeah.
So do you go?
Stop interrupting me.
Sorry.
Right.
And I think that is the exact moment where things started to go wrong.
I know, I do that. I don't know. Do you know what? My brain works at 300 miles an hour.
It does, I can notice that.
300 miles an hour, huh? Amazing, it works at such lightning speed, yet. Do I have to finish the sentence? Something mean about his intelligence. Also, I don't want to insinuate anything bad or project myself onto other people, but there's just something I've noticed about some of these celebrities on Celebs Go Dating, that they sometimes might act a little bit erratically, and if your mind is going a million miles an hour, I wonder why. I don't think it's alcohol doing that.
Yeah, we all have.
But hang on, so how old was you when you learned English then?
No, I've always been bilingual.
Of course you have.
I don't think he knows what bilingual means. I think in his head he just thought, huh, decent, let's have a threesome with another girl then.
My brother's trilingual. He gave up with this
Is that a thing?
child.
Trilingual? Yeah, how old's your brother?
27.
That's intelligent, isn't it? Does he live in England as well?
How old's your brother? 27, that's intelligent, isn't it? Yeah, he grew up that age all by himself. I know that's not what he was saying, but it's how it sounded, alright?
Well, he's
So
actually...
who do you live with in England then, actually?
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I'll do it again.
Let us speak, mate.
Funny how in conversation some people, they will dart from one subject to the next, almost as if they're on something. I don't want to get sued by any reality TV stars. This is a joke. I'm not implying anything at all.
So, for example, no, if, you know, we don't get along tonight, it doesn't go very well,
Yeah.
everything happens for a reason, you know? It wasn't meant to go well.
No, exactly.
So if it goes well, fantastic. This spills. Someone comes over, cleans up for me, but then he talks to me. And so that happened because everything happens for a reason. Maybe I go for a drink with him later.
Hang on a minute. Are you telling me she's eyeing up the waiter on a date with this? Not having it.
How did you add up? How did you go A plus B equals banana? What does that even mean? She was just given an example in a jokey, bantery way. It gets worse. It gets worse.
So are you saying that you fancy the waiter?
No.
Yes, that's exactly what she meant when she said everything happens for a reason. She was really saying, I want to peg that waiter over there.
I'll tell you what, I'll set you up with the waiter.
You know what?
Right,
Let's
listen.
stick with each other. You know what?
No.
I won't make it awkward for you.
I know, I've never had an awkward moment in my life, honestly.
Really, because this feels really awkward right now. And his face gets progressively redder throughout this video. Interesting.
What one do you want? And I'll get him over it right now. No, I think this is going to be a fun experiment.
Yeah, she was joking, Jackie boy. Let's move on, shall we?
See how hurt his ego is from nothing. From nothing. From a bit of nonsense. From a hypothetical scenario. Why would you get this wound? Like, what? Why are you being that insecure? No, he could have played it off as a joke if he'd just gone, oh, shall I get the waiter over then? And left it at that as a joke. Oh, but it gets worse, it gets worse, it gets so cringe. Like, it actually gets a bit out of order.
It's going to be fun. I can't wait.
Or not?
Who do you want to date with? This is what happened, right? You went, if I spill my drink...
I did it to myself, I know.
I'm up for the waiter now.
No.
Mate, honestly, it doesn't bother me.
Honestly, it doesn't bother me, that's why I keep going on about it.
I don't know if that's rude or nice.
What, me being rude? No, mate, listen, I think that's
To walk out with someone else? Would you rather?
Sort of now.
He's like David Brent. He's like the David Brent of Essex.
Oh, no.
I'm joking.
I'm joking too.
No.
I feel bad.
Are you joking?
I'm joking, so I'm going to keep going on and on and on and on and on about it.
Funny little character, isn't you? Honestly, this has twisted my melon a bit. Who goes on a date and cracks on with the waiter?
Jackie boy, Jack the lad, mate. If you think her saying, hypothetically, you know, maybe my drink spills, maybe the waiter talks to me, maybe I end up going on a date with the waiter. If you think that is someone actively cracking onto someone else, you are on the wrong show. If you want to make mountains out of molehills, the only way it's Essex is over on ITV.
What? has happened here?
In a nutshell, she was explaining her tattoo, then you went cray and ruined the date.
What has happened? I don't know what's going on now.
Oh, Jack, you helmet.
Excuse me, guys. This lady, she fancies one of you three.
And doing that is just like nasty, ugly behaviour. Could have played it off as a little joke, but then actively, like, that's embarrassing for her. Being like, oh yeah, she fancies, because she doesn't fancy any of them. Honestly, some people get a little bit of fame and they think they can just act like arseholes to anyone. If your ego is that fragile that you get upset by a little jokey, hypothetical scenario, you need to talk that out with someone instead of embarrassing this nice, smart girl on national TV.
She hasn't said that. You've said that.
Can you get one of your colleagues, this lady would like very much like to date him. Can we get this guy here?
What is he doing?
What's his name?
Oh, Jack, mate, don't do it. Don't do it.
Pascale. Hello, sir.
It's just quite bullyish behaviour, isn't it? Because he knows she doesn't fancy one of the waiters. He is just out to embarrass her in front of these poor waiters who probably aren't paid enough to deal with this bullshit.
This lady, this is Chiara.
Ah, davvero?
Oh,
Di dove?
fuck, that makes a lot of sense.
Anche la mia mamma è di Sardegna. Ok, il mio amico sta facendo... mi vuole mettere in imbarazzo, praticamente. Quindi ti lascio lavorare. È stato un piacere. Buon lavoro, grazie mille.
She said she was attracted to you, so I thought I'd try and help
Ho detto
out.
mi vuole mettere in imbarazzo, no? Sì. Lasciamolo stare.
And this is officially the strangest day I've ever done in my life. What has happened?
Just nasty behaviour, really, isn't it? Not only does he want to embarrass her in front of the TV crew, he has to drag the waiters into it and wants to embarrass the waiters as well, who are just trying to do their jobs. Do you know what? I talk about the entitlement of YouTubers quite frequently on this channel, but I had this little thought experiment and I'm gonna go with it now. Right. Because last night when I was uploading and exporting my video and then it failed, so I had to export and upload it again, so I was there for 2 hours, I decided to watch season, I'm not quite sure, but the season of Celebs Go Dating that has Pete Wicks in. I decided to watch that, and Kerry Katona, famous from those Iceland adverts where she's flogging, you know, frozen prawns, she was in this season of Celebs Go Dating, and she went on this first date with this bloke who, at the beginning of the date, seemed quite nice. By the end of the date, it was obviously he was just a super fan of Kerry Katona, which, you know, is probably quite cringe to deal with if you're Kerry Katona. But they're at this restaurant and other people are there. Pete's there, Megan McKenna's there, like this bloke from Ibiza Weekender, he's over there with his date. And she clearly starts to get disinterested in her own date. But the way she went about it was so, like, fucking rude. I was sitting here flabbergasted. She started picking her teeth, being like, oh, I got stuff in my teeth. Oh, my boobs are sweaty. Downing her drinks, burping and then blowing it. Just not having any basic table manners at all. And then the Ibiza Weekender bloke was being like, oh, do you want to eat this bread? Do you want to eat this bread? And just, like, you know, shoving it in his mouth and stuff. And there was also this girl from Hollyoaks, and on her date, she was being strange to the boy, trying to get him to dance, and he didn't really want to dance. They were at a sit-down dinner. And that's the thing. If someone says no 3 times, it's a no. Don't push someone into... Someone might say no because they're a bit self-conscious, but then, you know, maybe they want to do the thing. But if someone doesn't want to get up and show you their dance moves, don't push it. There's already a power imbalance because you're a celebrity and they're a non-celebrity. Don't push it and make the proletariats, you know, dance for you because you're the... Left a sour taste in my mouth, the whole thing. Half these celebrities on that season of Celebs Go Dating, why do I do this to myself by watching these shows, were just lacking, like, this level of self-awareness that surprised me, because I'd think, being in the public eye, they would have that sort of self-awareness, but just, like, the grossness, the lack of basic, like, manners and table manners. She was so clearly disinterested in what he was saying. She was being really obnoxious and, like, shouting. Even at the mixer, because I was watching it from the beginning, even at the mixer when she was introducing herself to people, if she didn't like them, she just went, okay, and, like, turned away, and that was it. And it's like, I get it, Kerry Katona's famous and the other people are famous to a degree, but it just got me thinking about the entitlement of reality TV stars. Because reality TV as a concept, it's traditional media, I guess, but it's still like a newer form of media compared to sitcoms or shows or whatever. mean, shows like Made in Chelsea, The Only Way is Essex, whatever, they've only been around within the last 2 decades. So it's still fairly new in the traditional media sort of sense. And then we've got YouTube, and YouTube's been around for 15 years, and some of these people have been on the platform for a decade. And I just started thinking, imagine a YouTuber was on TV acting like that, cancelled immediately, the Daily Mail probably being like, look at these disgusting entitled YouTubers, look at the way the millennials act, blah, 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 blah. New media is trash, new media is trash. I mean, don't get me wrong, we absolutely have arseholes on this platform, 100%. Right, I'll talk about these arseholes on this platform. But if a YouTuber was in that position where they were going on Celebs Go Dating, they would have to be on their best behaviour, because if they slipped up, it would be, well, they represent the whole community and they suck, so the rest of the community must suck. Some of these celebrities can act so obnoxious, bullyish, and just like a bit detached from reality. And yet then they're given more opportunities to be on TV. It's just weird, isn't it? Because I really do feel that reality TV stars that we have on Celebs Go Dating, they've not been around for that much longer than YouTubers. I don't know. It was just a thought I had. It was just weird to see that clearly with reality TV, the more horrible and obnoxious you are, the more shows you're going to get. Why am I not on reality TV yet?
But I want to date with you. I want to be on a date with you.
I don't want to be on it anymore. Not in a horrible way. I don't want to be on the date.
Oh, that's pretty harsh.
No, I'm being honest with you.
Are you being serious?
No, look.
One throwaway comment, and he doesn't want to be on the date at all. I wonder why you're single and had to go on this show, Jack.
I feel like you didn't want to be on the date. It's fine. Listen, if I didn't want to be on the date, I'd tell him I'd be on the date.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
See how he's flipped that onto her. She makes one throwaway comment, so he's being like to her, no, I feel like you don't want to be on this date, even though she keeps insisting she wants to be on the date. Even after she saw that he didn't like the little jokey comments, so she was trying to placate him. But no, she doesn't want to be on the date. It's gross behaviour, really, isn't it?
Deadly serious.
Of course I wanted to be on a date with you. Don't be silly. I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong impression.
I'm only joking. I'm joking. Right.
Only joking. That's why he called over the waiters to embarrass them and embarrass her, because he's only joking. Nasty. It's just nasty. Just strange. He's being so weirdly intense. I just don't think he's entirely sober.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah, boy.
What is it? This is tequila.
Tequila. Da 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 da.
Yeah, da 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 da.
I don't think he knows that tune.
Tequila.
I don't like tequila. I hate it.
This is a masterclass in how to be a bit of a dick.
Just no need for that, is there? If you don't want to be on the date, just say, let's call it a night, and then go home.
Would you want to see each other again after this? Would you?
I
just feel like we wasn't. I think it got a bit weird at one point.
Because you made it weird?
Yeah, I don't understand why.
No, you think you made it weird? It's fine.
Okay.
It's funny. I just think that we'd probably be better off drawing a line under it.
There you go. That's your masterclass from Jack Fincham in how to date like a pro. And that is all for this video. If you enjoyed it, do remember to like, comment, subscribe. I feel like I'm a bit of a reality TV hype at the moment, so I might do a few more of these because they keep getting recommended to me. That's my own fault, I guess. Everything happens for a reason, right? Follow me on Instagram and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!